to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. First episode of 2026. And shocker, only two of us are here.
Happy New Year.
Brian is running behind. Kevin just got home, so they'll both be jumping on as we go. Joe, did you wash the blanket Kevin got us?
No, because you warned us ahead of time.
Wash it before you use it.
Okay.
So I washed it. Well, first I didn't wash it, and I got red stuff all over my gray rug. Then I did wash it, and then I used it.
So now it's not gonna
shed. It's not gonna fall apart. It is a great blanket. Very warm. I mean, you guys were all like 7.5 feet tall, so I don't know if it'll fit you guys from foot to neck, but it may fit you from like neck to like knee, perhaps, because you guys are all so tall. And that goes for you too, Brian. Talking about Kevin's NWO blanket that he got us all for Christmas. You have to wash it, because if you don't wash it, the red stuff gets everywhere.
That's what you said, yeah.
And it is a great blanket. Like I said, as you came on, it may not, because you guys are so tall, it may not cover you the whole way, but definitely a good blanket. So Brian, first episode of the new year.
Wow. Happy New Year.
Welcome to That Wrestling Blanket Podcast.
Come
on. We're off to a good start in 2026, I see.
Yeah. We're just talking about the whatchamacallit, the blanket. Sidebar though, I got a bathrobe for Christmas, and it's the first time I've ever worn a bathrobe. And with the exception of this podcast, anytime I've been home in the last week and a half, I've worn that robe the entire time.
That's not good.
No, it's really good, because it's a company called Dude Robe. So it's like a hoodie material. That's the robe. And then they have they partner up with UFC. So it's a UFC branded bathrobe. It is I'm all about that bathrobe life. I should have just wore it here on the show.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
There's always next week. Yeah, the robes are one of those, like, anytime I've had a robe, I'm like, this is nice, but I've never gotten in the habit of like wearing a robe. I just kind of take my shower, dry off, and put on my clothes. So it's like I'm missing out, but
you are missing out. Now I wear the robe sans pants.
Yeah.
So I'm in my house. I don't need to have pants on it. It ties. It's covered. You know, the junk. So I am all about bathrobes.
Nice. Good
Robe
times.
life.
Robe life.
Robe life. So Kev will hopefully be joining here shortly.
Yeah.
He said around 8:10. We've got a minute for that, so we'll see if he's on time. But Brian, we just started the show. Your tardiness just said Joe was like, just fucking start. He'll get here eventually. So
sounds great.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Host of the show.
Someone who is back and not just missing is one Matt Cardona. Let's start off talking about that, guys. The big return on SmackDown this past Friday. Shout out to my buddy Matt. Shout out to Keith. Both of them hit me up. I wasn't watching. I was having a family game night, but they had to say, like, can you believe it? And I said, go ahead. What happened? And it's the return of Matt Cardona. And, you know, we're all fans of his, myself, Joe, and Kevin, to a higher level than you, Jay. You have your gripes about him, but I know you have some affinity for him as well, that you respect some of the things he's done. What do you make of this? You know, the way they did it too, guys, was it came out with the woo 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 that got cut off, and they went to the Matt Cardona graphic.
It's not his downstate.
No,
it's something over there. You know. So I watched live.
Okay.
And I knew you weren't watching, because I think Kevin and Joe were the ones that texted a little bit after. Now, I was a few minutes behind, because I never start on time, because I hate commercials. Brian, you know that more than anybody, because I bitch about the Peacock subscription every time. When Woo 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 came up, I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And then when it flipped to Cardona, I'm like, oh, okay. This was something. Now, have you watched it, Brian? The whole segment. Kit Wilson
I know I never
coming to the
saw
ring.
the whole match. I saw plenty of clips of the match, but no,
Okay.
I never saw it from start to finish.
I love the Kit Wilson stuff. I love this. He's going against toxic masculinity. I love that shit. And when we get into our fantasy booking of Cardona, Kit Wilson does make a call. But for me, it was. I've never, like you said, Brian. I'm mixed emotions about it. I'm glad I'm glad he's back for him. And, and obviously his wife is on that show as well, so that that's a big thing. Being separated from a spouse, especially the way wrestlers are, it's insane. Him being back is exciting. I think everyone loves it. I hate the shirt. I'm not finished. The fuck does that even mean? And I just broke my swearing, anti-swearing
Yeah,
thing.
that was
That was one.
10 minutes.
That was
Ding.
one. All right, I got 20 in the swear jar. I got 19.
Is
Right.
it just for this segment?
I don't like the shirt. They should have just hit up an MC or Matt Cardona's back or something.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's good, and I just don't know what the limit is, and we'll get into that with the fantasy booking, because I think my booking is fair, and I think reasonable for who he is and what level on the card he can get to.
What was your reaction, Joe, and how it all played out?
I was happy for him. I was happy for him. I don't know him personally. WrestleCon doesn't count as knowing him personally, or
That 5 minutes.
acknowledgement on tweets does not count as knowing him personally. But you just felt like you knew what he was going through for the past 5 years. It was always his goal, and he didn't quit. How do we know that? Because he never stopped saying, "This is my goal, and I'm never going to quit," which is a good thing. I look at it as we should all be so lucky to have a little bit of like that type of mentality like he had, because he got his end goal. It doesn't matter what happens next.
Not true.
It does
not true, Kevin or Joe.
No, that's Kevin. No, it doesn't matter what happens next as of this moment, because 5 years in the making, he got his return. He's part of the roster now. It's not a one and done. It's not I'm in TNA and it's NXT. I do have fantasy booking ideas, but I'm just proud of the fact that hard work actually paid off. It's always a great story.
How do you think that now nothing else matters? That's absurd.
Why is that? When it came to this part of this chapter, it's done. It doesn't matter.
He didn't want to come back just to come back.
No, he's not done yet. He's not finished.
That's true. The shirt says it.
Yes, but you saying that whatever happens next doesn't matter, that might be one of the dumbest things you've said this year.
Hey, cool. I'm only in the first 10 minutes.
Good start.
What about you, Kev? We're talking about Matt Cardona returning to the WWE. Did you watch live? I think you did, because you were one of the ones to text right away. So what did you think of the return? And we will get into fantasy booking soon, but you're up.
Usually SmackDown, I do not watch live. I'm always a little bit late, so I didn't want to spoil anything. But for some reason, the stars aligned, and I was watching live to see that beautiful music hit. And I got out of my chair, and then it cut to Matt Cardona, and it was very cool. Like, honestly, I was like, okay, first thing I did, watched it, enjoyed it, and then I was like, ooh, I got to text the fellas. But I was like, I didn't want to spoil it, right? Because
great text, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
SmackDown live.
Joe hit it on the nose, and maybe it's because I'm in my Stranger Things timeline right now. I'm in my Stranger Things era. Joe said chapter, chapter. There's a lot of chapters in a great novel. So he got back. That's a chapter. But will the book progress, or is it going to be like the best chapter one?
Going to the $5 bin at Walmart. That's where that book's going.
I think I popped. Truly, I popped like everybody else, minus maybe Jason. But I feel like I feel like you had to at least be a little bit excited, probably to shit on us more than the excitement for Cardona. But
well, Kev, you'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the show, that you were tardy for. Joe was like, fuck this guy. We're just going to start without them. That's what he said.
Yes, that sounds exactly like what I said.
Exactly what he said. And being that
I finally dropped
being
an
that
F-bomb.
Joe swore, I will cover his fine.
Oh man, that's a
20. Yeah, it's 20. I've already messed up once. So,
but I thought the return was cool. I thought it was fun when they were like, "Oh, is it called the Rough Rider still?" Like it was. It seemed like
some of those back and forth.
Graves and Cole were perfect on commentary for that.
It was perfect because it was like they were in the know of,
but they weren't in the know. That was
being
the thing
surprised
too.
with it. So
yeah,
and they played it off. Maybe they didn't know. I'm guessing. Hey, it's all good. I don't want to watch the unreal behind Matt Cardona coming back or anything.
He'll make 4 episodes of that himself, I'm sure.
Z-True.
He's already made one,
back, baby. That was that part of the reason why that return match was so good was because of the commentary. Yeah. It was truly so good. I want more.
Oh, sorry, Kev. Did not mean to cut you off. Brian, did you give your take on this yet?
No, the really, you guys did a good job of it all. I mean, I was surprised. I don't know. I just didn't think about it after the whole Cena tournament thing. He joins up, I think, a pretty rare company of guys who were a character in WWE, left, went to a different, in this case, his actual name, and came back and got to keep that name. Yeah. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. I don't know if there's that many other, like Rusev left and he became Miro in AEW. He's now Rusev again, right? Like that's a lot of times they keep, oh, well, you're back in WWE. We're going back to that WWE name. So
Stardust came back as Cody Rhodes.
But I'll give you a half a point.
But his real last name is Reynolds, right?
Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah. So, but Cardona's actual name is Matt Cardona.
Right. So pretty cool on his part that, WWE recognized or in negotiations to say in the 5+ years, you've clearly built up enough equity in the Matt Cardona name that we don't have to come back and say, Zack Ryder's back. He's the king of the indies. So I just thought that was really cool.
Now, he has gone public on how this all went down. He was on with his Sam Roberts bit on Tuesdays. Yeah. And then on, if you're listening on Friday, the new Major Wrestling Figure podcast is out. They talked about it at length, but they released that segment early because they record on Mondays. So that story of him talking about how he came back, that's on your YouTube channel and now audio podcast that is out as of today. If we don't have anything else about that, I guess we can get into our fantasy booking of Matt Cardona now that he's back. And I would like to go first because I know that I'm the hater essentially, but I think what I have for him is pretty fair for the next couple weeks. He is back and forth with Kit Wilson about this toxic masculinity thing. Cardona then makes it into the final 4 of the Rumble.
Oh.
That lets everybody think he might actually be a bigger deal than most and be as big a deal as he thinks he is. He's in the final 4 with Dom, Drew, and Finn.
Ooh, I like it.
After some interference by Liv Morgan, Cardona is eliminated from the Rumble by Dom. Over the next couple months, they go back and forth over the IC title because Dom is not relinquishing the title. And then Cardona wins the IC title at Mania again.
Wow. That's a great booking.
So he's going to Raw.
Give a fuck? I don't care what he is.
After the Rumble, then.
Yeah,
After the
after
Rumble,
the Rumble.
everything shakes up every way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
true.
my fantasy. That is my fantasy booking for Cardona now that he's back. And as people think I'm more of a hater.
Right.
I think I was very fair.
More than fair.
It was fair.
Absolutely. I'll go next. He challenges CM Punk and Cody Rhodes for a triple threat for both titles and wins them both and retires as champ. No,
Worst booking ever.
Isn't that like the joke that was like Bob Holly's thing of like,
How about I win a championship and beat everyone up?
I got an idea. Put the title on me. Like
that sucked. So what do you really got for?
And I don't have anything like specific as far as like at the Rumble at there. So props to you. You did good. But the idea is like the one I joked about when we talked about it during the whole, should he come back in the Cena tournament or anything else? And totally legit, put him in the Secret Hervis. I want to see that for real. I want him in the suit, like
with a skirt,
with
a skirt,
the dark glasses. He needs like the little intercom thing. I totally think that'd be good. Chelsea can boss him around, and he can play the foil to all of that, and eventually, he'll break free from that. But I see the comic side of them together, and Piper Niven's out for I think a long time. It's just
I just wonder if Cardona wants to go comedy off the jump.
Yeah.
If he wants to be taken serious and, as that returning free agent, I wonder if he would want to go comedy.
Yeah. And I think it could set up some fun feuds of the, intergender. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the other couples, we just kind of saw that with
mixed tags.
Yeah, mixed tags. We just had Aleister Black and Zelina get involved with Damian and Rhea, who's like BFF. So you've got like something with like both of those teams you could do. But they paired up on the indies pretty well until Chelsea finally made her way back to WWE. So that's the direction I'd go that would, again, I can't see him headlining WrestleMania. I know that's the joke of like, hey, you win the heavyweight championship, you're a Grand Slam champion. Seems a bit far-fetched to me. Anything can happen. I don't see that happening. I think my idea is a little more on the realistic side to keep him in the card and on TV and have a good run.
Never say never.
That's right.
Never say never. Truly. Think about the yes.
I have a better chance of being the champ instead of Cardona.
I'm not saying he will
I've heard that before.
Be champion after a WrestleMania. But if the fans are behind him enough, we'll see how Friday night goes. I feel like if it can get a little momentum.
Well, they're in Germany.
I think
starting Friday tonight. Yeah, they're in Germany.
They're not going to take a big shiza on him. So
wow,
you can donka in advance because he's going to get a good reception. I don't know you. I just know thank. Donka means thank you, I think, or something. I think he's going to be aligned with Chelsea before, I'll say, TLC time comes. When's TLC? Summer?
I don't know that answer.
Wait, I think so, because it's like a big, or not TLC,
Money in the Bank. I'm like, there is no TLC.
Money in the Bank. And you watch, he'll be a prime time, big one favorite to maybe win Money in the Bank. I feel like, say, Ethan Page can relinquish part of that, and then they could be AAA mixed tag. Like I feel that he's going to be tough, but he has that knack that kind of like LA Knight. He's tough, but he's got a little bit of that comedy to him. I feel that he kind of is going to be like that LA Knight, where I feel like he's going to get close to that championship.
You're too nice, Kevin.
I'm hopeful.
He's a dreamer.
I'm hopeful. It's called fantasy booking.
Fair.
Okay. Let me live in my fantasy.
That's right. Live it up.
All right, Joe. What do you got?
All right. What I have is, unfortunately, Cody's going to get injured, and there has to be a one-on-one match for a vacant WWE championship between Cardona and Sami Zayn, so Jason can say it never happens. because he said he has a better chance of being a champion before Sami Zayn and
That's
Cardona.
right.
No, I'm kidding. That's not my pick. My
What,
pick
an
is he's
Oskai is the
and Oskai
the
is going to
special
come in.
ring girls.
Yes. No, for real. I see him being more of the. I would use him more like they use the Miz right now, as the legit guy
Oh,
who's a heel who goes against the up and coming faces.
Sure.
We need someone who's a legit guy
wait,
who's a face going to where the heels go up against.
So you want Cardona to be a heel?
No, I want him to be the
Yeah.
face version of the Miz. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
You know
okay,
how
yeah,
Miz
yep.
brings like the up and comers. So I see him being that way. Get some wins under his belt to start off with to get the goodwill, and then like the Miz does, he's pretty much like can lose all the time and still be on top of the card and be the go-to guy. But eventually Cardona snaps and he gets a new partner coming up from NXT, and they take over the tag team division of SmackDown and win the tag team titles. And that is All Ego Ethan Page. And he's back to his heel persona, which he had, where he's just like,
Cardona can't be a heel.
Can't swear. He can't swear,
I was
though,
just getting ready to
obviously.
say he
can't swear.
cannot be a
That's
heel
why-
unless he flips the bird and says "fuck you." He cannot
That's
be
why
a heel.
Ethan Page
ECW
and
heel,
Chelsea are going to be with him, and those three are going to take over SmackDown.
With Chelsea gonna flash the crowd.
Well, she wore
There's
the
been proof of that. Yeah.
she wore the
Right.
Chelsea 469 shirt. I think she had tape on her nipples,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Sable did.
Stickers. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just the thing. He cannot be heel in WWE. One, the fans probably won't let it happen, and two, he can't swear, and that's all he did. He swore and gave the middle finger. All three of you have videos of him giving me the middle finger and calling and saying the F word in some form or another. So,
Yes.
great booking ideas for the most part, and funny that I'm the only one that really like shined him up for a WrestleMania moment. So
Yeah. Yeah. Look
Take
at that.
care.
It's a new year, baby. I
Yeah,
love it.
I
We're
am.
turning pages.
I have him elevating Ethan Page and running SmackDown Tag Division.
So that's all of us just made prediction number 1 for
Yeah.
2026.
That's
pretty
one
much
way
it.
or
Yeah.
another.
That could
and
be
we
one of them.
will and we will get into those
Yeah.
God,
things
that
later. But
sucked
Kev,
last
you
year.
brought up Stranger Things. Raw on Netflix had a crossover with Stranger Things. Now, I've never watched Stranger Things, but Kev, I know you are.
You do.
But okay, so you didn't like the episode. Why didn't you like it?
There was no. The only thing that was Stranger Things were maybe some cheap props and Corey Gray's wearing a Hellfire T-shirt.
What did you want?
I wanted maybe some of the stars like Topanga in the front crowd, like that. Show me Mike. Show me
Topanga.
Dustin. Show me
Oh.
some fans. Oh, we're in New York. Oh, New York Giants are in the front row.
They were in
You could have
Brooklyn.
at least had, for being such a big Netflix show and promoting the collab, I was extremely surprised they couldn't even get one person from
Well,
the show.
Kev,
Gotcha.
At least something. We got
They didn't-
drunk Usos instead.
Kev, I don't think there were cast members there because the show was over.
Yeah, they don't need
It
to
was
promote
literally
it. It's done.
over New Year's Eve. So
but
to help promote the season, having the Stranger Things tie-in, I thought it worked great because I'm not going to lie, I may actually watch it now. I think I'm going to do something different though. You've watched everything, Kev? You're all the way through.
100%. Well,
Okay.
there's a
Here-
secret episode coming out. I'm
No,
holding on.
there's
No,
not.
yes, there is.
Don't
Okay,
fall for
well,
that.
whatever,
Conformity
whatever.
gate.
No.
As of now, the episode that ran on New Year's Eve is the last episode, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Supposedly, yeah.
So what I might do is I might watch the last episode and then go from season one.
Oh,
to
you'll
the
ruin
end.
it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, Brian, you
goes-
watched too?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
watched
you were
it all.
into Stranger Things.
I am.
It,
Yep.
it goes down in history with such
Oh, I know there's controversy.
partners as in the original Dexter season finale,
watched
Lost
that
season
either.
finale, Nip Tuck season finale.
Okay.
It was
controversy.
oh 100%. I think,
Okay.
well, it left me wanting more. It's like when you watch a WrestleMania where you don't necessarily like the ending, or a PLE where you're like,
Oh, you mean
"Man,
like
I
that
wish-"
year that I predicted that Roman would beat Cody and none of you liked that? Is that what you're talking about? That kind of
But it's more of, if there's a double, or like the Rumble when Luger and Brett both and you didn't know who won, right? You have to, like, oh, there's a tie, that type of thing.
okay, well,
So it leaves it open ended. But no, from a person who doesn't watch the show, I'm glad to see that you are interested in watching it, because it is a great show. I will say
Okay.
this: it is. You're going to get down. Well, your job might go on a
spoilers.
little bit easier coming up, so you might have some
No,
free
no,
time.
we don't talk about the sanitation.
Well, the
up in-
sanitation,
Right.
it's getting to be a little bit
no
better
more,
in
no
the
more,
water.
no
Cleaning
more, no
season.
more, no more.
Yeah.
Brian, talk about your
Yeah.
thoughts on. I didn't even know you watched Stranger Things. Are you
Yeah.
all the way through too?
I'm all the way through. Yeah, I watched the finale on New Year's Day, and yeah, I mean, listen, I liked Kevin. I liked the introduction of matches with like Chapter 3, and they would bring on the logo.
That was nice,
Like that was a
yeah.
nice little touch. I know what you're saying about having a star there. I mean, there was a time of Raw where there's a different guest host every week, that they could bring on. So I see what you mean by that. But no, I thought it was fine, and Jay, like it's the show is very I mean, it's set in the 80s, right? So it's that nostalgic there. It kind of reminds you of like the Goonies, but in more of a horror sense without giving spoilers away. So I don't know. I thought it was fine. I wasn't expecting too much from it, but I enjoyed it, and yeah.
Joe, are you Stranger Things guy?
No, I stopped watching halfway through season 2. I got a little. I love
That was like
season
8 years ago.
Yeah,
I know.
Joe's still on fucking
No.
Karate Kid.
You want to put
What
another
season
dollar
you
in the
on?
swear jar?
It was
No.
5 seasons that lasted like
10 years.
I was watching season 1 before Harper was born.
No, me too.
And
Yes!
Harper's 9 and
Wait,
a half.
What?
Doesn't
Yes,
el-
that's
doesn't
how long
11
ago.
9 years ago.
Wow.
11 have an 11-year-old now? I mean, seriously.
For real? I don't
Well,
know.
I
don't
thought-
No, she's married and adopted a kid.
adopted.
Oh my
Let's just
God.
throw that one out there.
I
But no, it's not
thought-
about that. It's about the fact that it's like halfway through season 2. I'm like, this is getting kind of lame. I love season 1.
Okay.
It was losing its luster for me, and I'm like, I'm not going to invest in a show that I can tell is about to go down.
Well, I thought the curly-haired kid was Marco's stunt.
Yeah,
For real. I
Oh,
really
Dusty
thought that was him.
Buns?
Dustin. Yeah.
So,
Well,
Well,
never
anyway.
ending story.
so Raw was good. I liked it. But again, the internet shit all over it. Partly because of the Stranger Things thing, kind of like you, Kev. They wanted celebrities there, but it's like the show's over. But everybody thought Chris Jericho was going to return.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the moment wasn't big enough
Did you hear the crowd chants, guys?
during the women's match,
Their
which is so disrespectful.
Y2J
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
And he's not Y2J anymore, you fucking losers.
Yeah. Well,
Why would you
What?
keep saying that?
There's a
Yeah,
dollar.
I said it. I got 20. I got
that's where
16
you
more.
got some room to grow.
I got 16 more. But Rhea and Io won the tag belts. Becky won the IC title. Javon Evans signs with Raw. And, with all of that stuff happening, I really thought Breaker was going to win. I thought this is a new era. They're changing every direction. And then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I was very surprised by that.
That match, probably the last like 5 minutes had me 3 to 4 different times of Punk's won. Oh, Braun's won. I mean,
Yeah.
when Braun did the off the top rope to Punk through the table thing and brought him in to like set up the spear, I'm like, this is actually happening. And I love the finish of Punk kind of just like I'm halfway passed out. I just throw up a knee.
Yeah.
Like that's like such a last ditch thing. But yeah, I was surprised too. I don't think I think the match was it had some sloppy parts, but I really enjoyed it. I like that the one part with Braun doing the top rope Frankensteiner, that Punk, like it was kind of a botch.
Oh,
It
yeah.
kind of played into the story where at least covered up by Cole and Graves saying like that's the inexperience of this guy. Like he's never been in a big match like this. Punk's the veteran. I'm like, that's a botch, but that's a hell of a cover. I love it. So yeah, I thought going in, I thought Braun would be the winner, but I don't think it really hurt him that he didn't win.
Joe?
I didn't think he was going to win. I didn't think there was ever any doubt that CM Punk was going to retain because it is WrestleMania season and Braun is not WrestleMania main event yet. Like, as the champion. Could he be in the main event of WrestleMania one of the nights this year? Yes, but not as the champion. So it didn't surprise me that way. My highlight of that match was CM Punk coming out in the Rick Steiner CM Punk varsity jacket.
Yeah.
That
was
good.
So good.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah,
minute,
the
I thought
Michigan jacket.
For a minute, I thought maybe that was a Stranger Things thing. Like, obviously, I know Michigan, but I thought maybe there was some school or something there that made it.
But when the thing that what was changing my mind was all the interference with all the luchas and the Vision. I'm like, this is kind of reminded me of when Mankind beat The Rock.
Oh,
and I'm like,
good call.
he could be champion and then lose at Elimination Chamber and just get like a transition, like taste of see how he handles it.
Yeah.
So that was the only time I was going into maybe they will give it to him, but then he didn't win, and I'm like, where does he go next? He continues to dominate people and eventually get that championship, and he will be a main eventer at WrestleMania. Maybe not this year, though.
Kev?
I thought
thoughts on Raw?
Everyone hit great points. I'll just mention the emotion from the guys. It looked like Braun at one point when he was getting ready for the spear, like almost like wanted to cry. I just feel like he had so much emotion in him. That was the point where I was like, ooh, is he going to win here because he's feeling it? He's about to win the title. Just like you, Bri, there's several points where I'm like, okay, I'd be okay with Braun winning, because leading up, I was like, Joe, you mentioned the jacket. Looked like the great Stephen Barry's kind of special. It looked like the true Block M, but with the C. Very cool. Very cool. And then they pan to Punk, and you see Heyman kind of, to Breaker, and you see Heyman kind of like calming him down a little bit. And Braun had to think that was cool. If he saw it backstage or not, he had to have liked it that he was kind of like thinking of his dad, because it's like the promos leading up to it, I thought were fantastic stuff from both guys. Braun it wasn't a passing of the torch. It was like, okay, I see your ember, and you're gonna get this torch at some point. Just not yet, because if Braun would have won, I feel like that would have done more damage to CM Punk than the evolution of Braun. So, right guy won. Losing to CM Punk, your world champion, not bad. And Breaker, I feel like, looked absolutely amazing. There isn't one person, well, minus Gunther, on that Raw roster that I think is still number 2 across everybody behind Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not impressed with Gunther and AJ's thing.
You were not?
I wasn't that impressed with it. It was, good for AJ, but Gunther didn't really do it for me on that one. He just walked away like angry, like hurt bear, and goes to the back going, I want a match. It's like, yeah, so does he. It's set. You're all good. I don't know. It didn't. It was kind of a miss, and he's doing the laughing, smiling thing a little bit too much, and it's not resonating with me. It's a little fake. Okay, it's a lot fake.
Well, yeah. I see what you're saying there.
I enjoyed it. I liked it. All Adam Pearce was like, be a little respectful. He was being the least respectful you can by not letting, as simple as AJ talking.
Yeah,
no one laughs that way.
Oh, I enjoyed it, because it was 2 minutes, 2 minutes in the ring. It wasn't a 20-minute back and forth. It was literally 2 minutes. Slap. He was pissed, walked away. Match happened, and you got 2 of your top guys shown on TV. They took advantage of their time.
Too. This Monday is that match, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Monday. Raw that's, I think, starts at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock
I think
Eastern.
Germany. Is that right? You said?
Hashtag work from home.
Woo, Manny. Can't wait.
So the last 2 weeks have been the Christmas party and the Twippies. Brian's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Some things that have happened.
Fuck Fort Wayne soccer. Had to get that in. This last week, you'll catch
$1 bill, y'all.
Yeah, guilty.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on all of this.
No. Just throw them out there and let people talk about what resonates.
All right. Here's
There's just a lot that has happened in the last week or two.
So MJF is the new AEW champion.
Yep.
The Usos won the tag belts. Carmelo won the US title. Obafemi vacated the NXT title. Jordan Grace to the main roster. Trick Williams to the main roster. It looks like Obafemi to the main roster.
Yep.
Brian, just pick one and go.
I thought Trick Williams had a hell of a debut.
Nice white pants.
Looking like $1 million. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about how not everybody watches NXT and that maybe the crowd doesn't get them if they go to the main roster. I think Trick's an exception to that thought. Big part of it is just the music and just everybody hitting the whoop that trick. It was really good right from that debut. I thought the promo work with Sammy was fantastic. I love the idea of that match because kind of the same deal we talked about with like where the Miz is at, where you would book Matt Cardona. You know, Sammy could be that guy too of like, I'm the veteran and I'm going to teach this young guy how to do this on the main roster. So I love it. I think it was a hell of a start. Yeah, I think the only other one I'll touch on is maybe are we done with the Jey Uso singles thing? Like he was.
Well, they have played his music the last few weeks as a tag team. So
yeah, I don't know.
I'm Big Jim, I'm gonna kick Jay's ass.
Like, I don't know if we want to see the Usos feud again. Like, if that would be the move.
Jay has to come out. Jimmy has to come out on top.
The worst match of WrestleMania 40 both nights. No, we don't need that again.
I don't know. I don't know if we're kind of putting the last 6 months to bed as far as Jey Uso, being a WrestleMania champ at SummerSlam or whatever else. So I don't know. That was another one that kind of caught me off guard. Like, okay, we kind of moving past this now.
Go ahead, Kev. Pick one.
Fantasy book there, by the way. Let Naomi have the kid. They're going to be tag champs. They're going to lose the belts. And then you watch, she's going to push Jimmy to turn on Jay and say, this is your time to shine. You take it. And then you get Ultra, heel, Naomi back. You're welcome. Maybe a prediction. We'll see later on in the show.
Yeah.
I think Oba going to the main roster. Same thing on NXT. Gosh, he can't act for shit. But
he can dance.
No, I'm not saying Oba.
He's going to be the new Funkasaurus.
I'm talking.
Stop it.
He does. No. You know what? He does dance. He does his walk to the ring, and that is all you need. Is that little tiny 2-step.
Funk is on a roll.
Oh my God.
Good. You guys dance. I'll hit the music.
I might have to edit that.
It'll all work out. Funk is on a roll.
Oh man.
I think, Brian, you mentioned the crowd new Trick. I think it's not an insult to the crowd not knowing Lash Legend because they will understand her. It's just Trick has been on NXT for so long and Oba demands the presence. And I feel like the women on NXT, like they are all so good. Nothing against Lash. But like when you go to the main roster, like you are in a pool of amazing women now on the main roster where Trick stands out, so tall, flashy. Oba, I know a couple weeks ago, Jay was like, well, he's standing against Cody, doesn't look as big, but he has that huge presence. I look forward.
On NXT, he has a huge presence, not on the main roster.
And same thing with Jordan Grace. All the call-ups are all
it's going to be great.
Javon Evans. They should all be lumped together in this discussion of the right people got called up at the right time. Don't wait till WrestleMania, night after WrestleMania. Make the time where it makes sense because then you can put them in the Rumble, not as surprises, and say, guess what? Day after Rumble, these are your 2 start of the year shows. Treat them as mega shows, except for Javon Evans getting announced on Raw during like a commercial break. Because I found it out when I was like on my phone. It like popped up. Oh, Javon Evans to Raw. I'm like,
a little weird.
What? I thought that was kind of a junky thing, but all the announcements are top notch.
What I liked the most was I liked how Obafemi vacated the title. They didn't actually show it on TV. It was a backstage of Ava talking to the Evolve wrestlers about opportunities and talking about who's gotten called up. And then when Stone breaks in, he goes, "You got to see this." And then Ava and her new tits walk out to see the title on the floor with the light on it. So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think Ova might be. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think
No,
is
you're
he
good.
maybe only the second NXT person?
Asuka.
But so yeah, him and
Asuka.
Oscar, right?
Yeah.
So that's a hell of a
Keith Lee.
crown for him.
Who?
Keith Lee.
I don't know who that.
Left
Was
the
he
title in
champ
the
and
ring.
relinquished?
He was a
or-
champ, and then he got called up. It was during the Thunderdome era, so he did it too.
Okay, there you go. Well,
It-
still a
but-
small list.
But the thing for me out of the stuff that's happened in the last few weeks is
Somebody said
MJF.
who?
MJF becoming the champ again. This is what is needed.
Yes.
And after watching Dynamite this week, I really enjoyed the unlikely duo of Swerve and Hangman. It was a really good main event against Hook and Hobbs and all the
Hobbs
distractions,
friends,
and it was a
yeah.
lights out match. But for me, over the last couple of weeks, MJF is the champ, is how it should be. Starting a new year, going forward for AEW. And Joe, out of all the things that we may have missed over the last week, pick one and run with
I was
it.
going to say the MJF one because he is their homegrown star. He is their biggest crossover appeal. No one else comes close to it. It doesn't matter. It's like, well, we're the wrestlers. It doesn't matter. You need someone who's going to take you to the next level and get past your plateau that you've been at for the last couple of years. But the one thing that out of all the stories that came up was talk about the NXT call-ups of Jordan Grace. Right time, wrong show. SmackDown is where women's careers go to. Julia, Lash, like the only women who are worthwhile on there. What, Chelsea and like you got Charlotte and Alexa,
Meechin, Jade,
yeah,
BFAB.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
But when you look at Raw, Becky, Bailey, Lyra, Natty's there, who's bringing up Maxine. Raw is where women's wrestlers go up and become better characters and wrestlers, while SmackDown, they don't resonate with the crowd. I think it's cursed. It's like, unless you're someone like a Chelsea Green whose personality shines so much you can't ignore her. Look at Julia. She's boring. And she's champ
She
again.
won the champ again. I didn't even mention that.
Zelina. Zelina went to SmackDown. Tried to be solo. Boring.
I think Jordan's going to do well on SmackDown because she's so different.
She is.
Her and Jade will have some fun matches. I mean, Jade, look, if the rumors are true, Jade's hurting people on house shows. So, like, having someone like Jordan Grace in there, will she win the title immediately? No, but I think she'll be fine there. I really do. She comes with so much experience, and now that she has spent the last year or so learning the WWE style, moving from NXT to SmackDown, I think will be great. And obviously, you know that there's no such thing as a brand extension anymore. So, Kev, you got something about Jordan Grace?
No, you mentioned the when Joe mentioned all the women's roster of SmackDown, it just seems like it's kind of like the JV league compared to everyone that you mentioned on Raw, because you do have like the Becky, the Rhea, the Io, the Asuka. That's insane, right?
Raw has always been the A show.
Right.
Yeah, but when it comes to the women's division, it's not even close.
No, but this is the opportunity for these women to get the extra work and then eventually go over to Raw. I mean, that's just how it's always been with WWE.
So with Charlotte and Alexa, it would be nice because like Lyra started hot and then she kind of cooled off. And then with Bailey, I feel like she's back to being honestly one of the best parts of Monday Night Raw. They just need some programs. So you mentioned Jordan Grace. She's going to be quote unquote a rookie, but with like
20 years experience.
Plus, exactly, 15 years experience. So that's gonna be nice because Jade came in perfect. Rookie with not much experience, where Jordan Grace is gonna come in. We'll know her, and that's gonna be the good thing. And if she better be on SmackDown. If she goes to Raw, then then that's not even fair.
Well,
but if Jordan Grace goes to Raw, that's what I wanted, but she's going to SmackDown. So
that's fine for now, I think. But moving forward, I don't know if you guys know, we are in 2026, which means 25 years are gone.
Yeah.
We're in a new millennium. We're in a new century. Like, I thought it would be a great idea to talk about some of the bigger things to each of us individually that have happened in pro wrestling in the last 25 years. So we don't have a set amount. And we'll just go around the horn. We'll all talk about something and throw it to the next, no particular order. And since this was my idea, I would like to go first.
Absolutely.
So I took a lot of time to think about this.
I thought you were going to say you took a lot of gummies.
No.
Then took a lot of time.
I'm a professional. My first one is Lucha Underground.
Oh.
The concept of Lucha Underground was unlike anything we had not seen since Wrestling Society X, which was the MTV wrestling show. And
I remember that.
I think it was filmed in the same place, if I'm not wrong. Now, Lucha Underground, so many of today's stars were in Lucha Underground, whether they were under a mask like Jeff Cobb, Chelsea Green was on Lucha Underground. Ricochet was Prince Puma. Jeff Cobb was Matanza. He was under a mask. And I was lucky enough living in LA. I got to go to a taping, and it was really cool. And the way it was set up, and it was funny because we were in the first row of like a balcony section. I said to my wife, I'm like, you got to pay attention. And she looked at me, why? And I'm like, because these guys fight in the crowd. Sure enough, they jumped right into our set, like into our row.
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
I told you. But Lucha Underground, I love it. I have every season on DVD, thanks to a friend. And my friend John, who you guys met on the cruise, except for you, Joe, you'll meet him eventually. He is the biggest Lucha Underground fan that I know. He's got the Lucha Underground logo tattooed on his arm. His house he's got these, it's like promo, like show posters for like an indie show, but it is all Lucha Underground from every.
Oh,
it's a really cool. And, he goes to a lot of signings and gets stuff signed, but anytime there's a Lucha Underground person specifically, he will take whatever poster he has with their name. But for me, the first one is Lucha Underground. We'll go to you, Brian. First, something from the last 25 years to bring up.
Yeah. How about the importance of the creation of the Performance Center and NXT?
That's a good one.
I mean, this was a game changer for the entire wrestling industry, where the WWE, for looking for talent, was, a bit of like you're maybe finding some guys on the indie scene of Ring of Honor, and they'd have their territories at OVW, Deep South Wrestling. You'd hear a little bit about those territories here and there. But this, putting it as a state-of-the-art facility, they were able to bring in all these guys, whether they were coming from the independents or people that they plucked really from a lot of D1 Division I athletes, and created so many people. And so now that's just the funnel system to making the WWE roster what it is today, and it's just a complete game changer.
Kev?
He's muted, by the way, Kev.
I say, damn, you guys got some good thoughts in those. I thought in my mind things that kind of dropped my jaw type situations, like either I got up off my chair when it happened, or I said, what the heck's going on, or to those situations. But this one, 25 years ago, so it's still within the time. Almost a couple months. It's going to be more than 25. Is when WCW officially got sold, and it was like, what the heck's going on? Like it was huge for the industry. It made to the situation of where some of our favorite stars going to go, those type of things. So, it was just
booking galore.
It was just one of those things where I was in college in the dorm watching, and it was just like, whoa, what's going on? Why is Vince in there? And it was very cool. It was very unique, unexpected, jaw-dropping, and I feel like we've had a lot of those, but up to that point, there wasn't that many instances huge like that. Me growing up watching wrestling, or all of us can probably say, like up to that level. And I feel like over the course of the last 25 years, we've had some pretty big ones. But for that one, I initially thought, I was like, okay, it's got to be there. And then I double checked, and it was within the 25 year, because I was did that
It was
happen?
01.
That's the
It was
thing. That's
01.
early
It was
01.
very early 01. So I was like,
Right.
okay, perfect. I'm still within.
All right, Joe, you're up.
All right, so Kevin, that was going to be my top one, but I always got to have a backup. And this one, while it was a tragedy, it did wonders for the business, and that was the Benoit tragedy. Because without that, like after that happened, like, God rest their souls, wellness policy, actually caring about concussions, head injuries, safer work style, and like basically we're not going to be seeing like these performers like being shells in themselves as much anymore when they're getting older. They'll actually be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor because of such a terrible thing that happened. It's changed the business. It changed it terribly. It was the worst thing to ever happen to the business. But sometimes, like when something terrible happens, you got to look at like, how can you not have that happen again? And I think, the business as a whole are taking care of these men and women performers. So we don't have the unnecessary spots, and we know more about concussions, and we know more about head injuries, and because of that, I think that made the last 25 years shine to a better light now.
Yeah, I mean
Absolutely.
that is a great. Well, I mean, not a great thing, but I
No,
understand
that's
what
that's the thing. It's like you don't want to say, "Well, that was a great." It was a terrible thing,
right.
but
Yeah, no, I mean,
afterwards,
it's all the lessons learned, I guess,
mhm.
from that. The next one for me is surprises. I love big surprises, and the biggest surprise I think out of the last 25 years was when Matt Cardona showed up at GCW under the hood. Everyone thought it was John Moxley. No, seriously.
What?
This was a huge
It was
moment.
big, though. It was.
I
Huge
thought you were going to
moment
say when he showed up on SmackDown.
because
Yeah,
nobody saw that coming. Now, of course, when he got released and he was like, I want to wrestle Nick Gage. And I'm like, no. Well,
you don't want to do that.
At
for
first,
real.
at first, I'm like, yes, I want to see that. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. And then I watched it and I'm like, holy shit. Now Cardona has he's got like 75 action figures based off that match. He cut up pieces of his bloody shirt and sold that. Like he really did monetize that match, and it changed everything for him because I don't think if that match happens, he's back in WWE today. I don't. But I do think it was that pivotal of a moment to help himself, help GCW, and work Brian into thinking the fans at GCW were going to stab him with a pizza cutter.
I'm holding
And
on.
Brian has the pizza cutter.
He
I
does.
do. It's somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Good one,
right.
Jay.
All right, Kev, you got another one?
I do. I kind of similar to a OMG moment. This one just made me jump out of my chair, and it is somewhat recent. It's when CM Punk returned Survivor Series. I think he
I'm like, which one?
totally.
Well, I put on my list returns to AEW. Yeah,
like it, and we can just merge them together. Like it's those moments. I remember exactly where I was. Like when he went to AEW, I was with Jay in Vegas at Nerd Bar. When we were watching TVs above a bowling alley. Like for mine, when CM Punk returned for Survivor Series, I was sitting in my chair wanting to when they were zooming out, getting disappointed. Then you hear the music, jumped out of my chair. Like
And
it's
then we had to record a podcast.
Yeah, it's like those moments. Like
yes, we had to record a podcast.
2.5 years later, and I remember we probably all remember exactly where we were. In 10 years, I'll remember exactly where I were. Like, and he's been such a, and I don't want to say good boy since returning, but I feel like he's behaved himself.
Larry, who was
he's
a
good employee. He's being a good employee,
which is fantastic because he looks happy, and that's what matters most. But man, that return and just seeing all the people in the ring pissed off, and then you see the hugs behind the scenes, like when Orin, you couldn't give me 2 minutes. Like it was very cool. It was very cool.
Joe. Another one?
I'm gonna say another one for me was about shocks or returns or whatever was Jericho showing up in New
Oh,
Japan
you got one of
with
mine. Yes.
against Omega because
Omega.
he was still
Yeah.
under the WWE umbrella. So being allowed to do that, that was like the first instance where like a forbidden door really did
Yeah.
happen.
Great
And
call,
it and
Joe.
it opened the floodgates for AEW. Like I don't think AEW would have happened without Jericho doing that with Omega because he showed up at All In after that match, and then it's like, okay, we got something. So a lot of people give the Bucks, Omega, and Cody all the credit, but Jericho had to be the star that stirred it.
That was a big
He was
one. I agree.
Rainmaker there, right?
Painmaker.
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 Because
Yeah.
Okada is the Rainmaker.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
was,
right.
and he was the Alpha Club.
I
instead
had
of the
that.
Bullet
That was the
Club.
first Bullet Club shirt associated thing I win. I went to Hot Topic in Louisville Mall.
Nice.
And you got
Yeah.
the Alpha Club shirt.
I did. Now it's
And
on a t-shirt blanket, but
Yeah,
I think it was like one of the like Raw like 30th anniversary.
And he showed
or
up wearing
25th.
that shirt
Yeah,
Alpha
he
Club
was still
shirt,
wearing his like New Japan gear. So
with
yeah,
the
I
list.
agree.
Yeah, it was a good
so
one.
that was really cool because that's an industry changing one. I will go with. Oh, I had it. How about WrestleMania becomes 2 nights?
I almost said that. Yeah.
That one, it happened
Out of
2020
necessity.
pandemic, it was like, all right, well, let's try this out. But they rolled with it the next year down in Tampa when they could actually do it in the football stadium. And now it's just, that's how it is. And I think we all were kind of like, I don't know, we're one night's going to be better than night two. And we always have those discussions and that's fine. But like now it's the norm. SummerSlam is now 2 nights, right? And I would be surprised if more of the big shows become 2 nights. So it's another one of just showing the growth of WWE that they can go into a football stadium and say, we've got enough talent and enough excitement in our product that we're going to put 60, 70,000 people on back-to-back nights. It's pretty damn cool.
I mean, I've been to 3 of the 5 since it's been 2 nights.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever recall, oh, that night was better than this one. That one was better than this one. Because it's WrestleMania and everything that goes along with it, which leads to my next one. WrestleMania 40. The culmination of Cody finishing the story, the ending of Roman Reigns and his 1,000-day reign as the tribal chief, as the champion. And then moving forward to, 2 years, we're coming up on 2 years since that. But everyone involved in that main event, while I didn't like it at the time, I still think it's one of those events that will always be talked about. One, because it's the 40th edition, but two, because of the way that main event ended and then Cody went become who he is today. Brian, you got one? Another one, and then we can go
I
around
do.
one more time.
Yeah, I got a bunch more, but let's go with how about Bret Hart returns to WWE to make amends?
Never say
That was
never.
a good one,
Yep.
yeah.
That was a good
That one, yeah, that was definitely like, the screw job's one thing. Then my brother died in your company. Like, if anybody's gonna hold a grudge against that place, he certainly could. He holds a bigger grudge against Goldberg now than he ever did to Vince. It's crazy. And the fact that, he came out on Raw, did the shake the hands hug thing with Shawn Michaels because he was part of that screw job thing and everything.
I still think Brett was a part of it. I really do.
more than 25 years ago.
Yeah, but we can't talk about the screw job. That was 97.
Yeah,
so.
but yeah, just the fact that was definitely a bit of Punk's up there too, of like, surreal, like I can't believe this guy's back. And Bret Hart is on that same category to me. I'm like, when that happened, I'm like, I can't believe this guy should have a lot of personal feelings toward Vince and to this company, and he still came back. Crazy.
Joe, did I watch that return at your house?
I don't remember. You might have.
I feel like I was in, and you said, "Man, Brett looks bad."
Well, yeah, but
I feel like I was
It got worse.
like I was in your old house.
You might have been. I think with one of mine was this is recent, but the evolution of wrestlers having podcasts and opening the door and like basically having discussions. Like Cody and
Exposing
Matt
the business, essentially,
exposing
is
the
what you're
business,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but I think in a good way. I mean, I'm not going to watch Unreal, but I understand the importance of it because it's now the next evolution of it. I did see the preview of the next season and Paul Heyman going, "I hate the show," and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it too, but you're on it." So
But the thing is about Unreal, while I understand why a lot of people don't like it, I think it humanized Charlotte Flair.
yeah,
It changed her whole character from the queen, better than everybody, to being a human being. So I think Unreal, while I understand the detractors, I see the positive of it in the Charlotte Flair situation.
Kevin,
Did
do you
Joe-
have one last one?
Real quick before we get that, Joe, you said about Wrestlers Podcast. Now, Jay, weren't you the one who said, like, at a Kevin Nash autograph signing, you said, like, hey, would you start a podcast? And he was like, podcast?
Him and Scott Hall both.
Fuck yeah. Like,
Yeah, he did.
talk about the
Was that a clip from his last podcast?
talk
Well,
about the attitudes changing.
Buy some of
now he
that
has his
jackknife
own.
Kush.
Click this.
Get some yeah, I mean, look, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, I thought back then that they would do a great podcast together because of the stories and the role they played in changing wrestling as a business.
Yeah.
And they shot that shit down right in my face.
Boom. Look at that.
And then here we go 5 years later.
Check out his podcast.
I mean, Undertaker has one. The one who protected his character the long.
Well,
yeah.
I think the Undertaker one only happened because they did that 6 Feet Deep special, that series about the Undertaker retiring. And look, since his wife came along, it ain't that good anymore. His homie that he had in the first run of it, when it was a Mark Calloway production, before Fanatics and WWE bought it, was so much better than this version. So I'm only going to watch Undertaker if it's something that, if it's somebody that really has my attention. Like today, I listened to Liv Morgan on Stephanie McMahon's. It was on hour 40. And they talked about her arrest, which they've never done before. And Stephanie didn't even know she was arrested.
Oh, I don't believe that.
No, dude, she was legit like shocked when they talked about the mugshot and all that shit. But yeah, the Wrestlers with the Podcast is one of those things too that, Bruce Pritchard essentially was the first one of the first ones to start exposing shit from like the 80s and 90s. Colt Cabana is obviously the first wrestling podcast.
Art of Wrestling, yeah.
But yeah, I mean that is a good one. But like you said, when the Undertaker has one, the guy that was more protected than anything, everything is free game. Even though Kevin Nash basically said, "Suck it," and I suggested the podcast idea. Who we got left?
Kev, I think. Yeah,
I've it's not a one instant. It's kind of like how if you go to a show, you can become part of the show. And I like Ms. Girl. Immortalized.
Don't talk about
Undertaker losing.
Oh, it was
dude
awesome.
with the big bug eyes.
Right.
Brian was at my house for that one.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace. He retired the shirt. Brock Lesnar guy.
Fuck that
immortalized
guy.
Green shirt guy. But I'm saying you either see them and you recognize and you know who that is. Leads into the moment where the crowd took over. I mentioned, maybe Cardona at one point if the crowd gets behind him. You cannot say, Jay, you probably will say you were never interested. But if I was in that arena in the second deck and I saw 500 people in the ring, outside the ring, down the aisleway with Daniel Bryan all doing the
yes movement.
That is a good one.
Takeover, honestly, Occupy Raw. Yeah.
It was so cool. I wanted to be there, right? I was not there. I wanted to be there.
I was not
like
there.
One of those things where it's like, man, but if you were there and you couldn't be part of it, then you'd be like, man, I want to go down there. It was just one of those lightning in a bottle type situations like that. It was festering up and it exploded. And it's still like one of the coolest things in the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
I as I was prepping for this, I was like, I really felt like this could be its own show, to be completely honest, but we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So we are going to wrap up the show. Brian, do you have the 2025 predictions?
I do, guys.
He lost them.
No, I got them, and I think we'll go through it. I think all of us gave one prediction that did come true,
except for me.
Okay, let's start with you then. Okay,
I was 0 for Joe, man.
I don't know. I thought
4.
you had one. Okay, number one, you had Cena goes to the Hall of Fame this year. Still could happen, but
no, it didn't. That was 2025. Yeah.
I know. I meant like he could still be in this class. He just
right, but
it's on 25.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's over.
Joe, you got a buzzer.
This is the one I thought, Joe. You had Roman Reigns is on Raw exclusively, not on SmackDown.
He was on one episode of
Really?
SmackDown. It was the one where they did the contract signing, and Heyman said, "You're in the main event." That was on a SmackDown because of that one episode.
There it is. Okay.
But every other episode, he was on Raw.
He was Joe for apparently.
Throw that.
What did I have?
All right. Well, Joe's other one was Gunther loses the championship at Elimination Chamber,
Wrong.
and he's going to lose it to Roman Reigns.
Wrong.
So obviously that didn't happen.
Yep.
Jay,
Thanks.
you had two right. You had 6 predictions. 2 of them were right, so very good. Ricky Starks to WWE. Check.
Yep.
Who's that? I know Ricky Saints. That doesn't count.
Half a point. Andrade wins Money in the Bank. He had an eventful year, but
He was in Money in the Bank.
All the buttons are going at once.
Cardi B wrestles at WrestleMania.
Oh, I thought I was going to start Cardona. I was like,
No. She hosted SummerSlam. So, Cena wins the tag titles. No, IC title.
Dude.
AJ Lee returns. Boom. And your 6th one was kind of a on the record, off the record one, but you said that Coney Ton will lose his virginity. And Coney vehemently defended, saying he gets all the ass.
I do get all the ass.
Oh, hey, look at that.
All the hoes.
You remember that? Jay was insulting you. Terrible.
Yeah, that guy. I know he's trying not to swear, but fuck that guy. I lost my virginity years ago.
Right. That's
But
what
I
we were
do
saying.
get hoes. I'm not like Stokely. Get all the hoes.
to a person, Coney.
What's that?
Oh, right, Kat. That's just unfortunate. He said to a person.
Who's a person?
He's saying he's. I don't even need to explain it. Never mind.
How did you do,
disregard.
Brian?
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, thanks, Cody. Yes. I had Axiom and Nathan Frazier will be main roster tag champs. That did not happen.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace will be in the final 4 of the Royal Rumble. She was in it, but not in the final 4.
Okay.
AEW creates women's tag titles. Oh, I did get that one.
I feel like that's been yours for the last 5 years.
I just kept doing it. Yeah. I had Samantha Irvin will manage Ricochet in AEW.
Thank God that didn't
That
happen.
did not happen. She announced at one point that she had 1 more year left on a non-compete. So I was like, oh, I wish I would have known that before I predicted you, Sam. So that was that. And Kevin, Sheamus becomes Grand Slam champ. Not happen. Will Hobbs joins the Hurt Syndicate.
Black.
That's exactly what you Jay, your reply, and as I found this prediction episode was, that's racist. Very awkward, and we continued on. Actually, yeah, you got 2 right, Kevin, of your 4.
Ooh, that's 50%.
Yeah, Roxanne Perez joins the main roster and gets a title. And she was tag champ with Raquel.
Yeah,
right?
very cool.
And then your one that I did a whole video on because I couldn't believe this. You said CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins will have a triple threat to headline WrestleMania. I could not believe that when we did the halfway point in July.
Wait for the triple threat prediction this year.
Unreal. Unreal. So there
All
you
right,
go.
so let's get into 2026 predictions. Kevin, you can go first since you
You pretty much won 2025 with the picks
I
and
know.
the predictions.
I'm just like
Kevin's
with picks,
world.
I'm retiring from the predictions.
No,
Officially.
you can predict. Brian and I have come up with a potential idea for the picks, which we will discuss
We'll talk
off air,
about that.
and then we'll present to the audience once it's officially official. So
Yeah.
go ahead, Kev. Hit us with a couple predictions.
A low hanging fruit one. I think Gunther will retire AJ Styles.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Chris Jericho comes to WWE. I'm like, come on, Kev. That doesn't count.
Then I have multiple
Let's give us 3
championships. I think Braun, Oba, and Dirty Dom will all main event and challenge for one of the 2 top titles. It's a 3. All 3 have to happen.
Okay.
So it's not just
Go ahead, Joe.
Oba's going to challenge
Does
for a
it-
title.
At a PLE.
Is it at a
not on a
PLE
Raw
or is it on
SmackDown.
TV?
No, and Braun has to challenge again. So Braun has to challenge for a second time for it.
Not
to happen.
not
He
just
already.
Netflix
So
one.
he has to re-challenge for one of the
So
2
it
big
can
belts.
happen on a SmackDown or a Raw, and that will count.
It can happen on a Saturday picnic at my grandpa's house.
I'd
If
have
it's
to throw a
televised.
flag on the play.
Just
on
has to be
that one,
televised.
Kev.
I
That's
think it has to be that's like
that's got to be up for review because that is so vague. That's like me saying there's going to be a wrestling match somewhere in the United States by
All right,
WWE.
we'll say PLE then. PLE
Okay,
sounds
yes.
perfect.
has to be PLE main
That sounds-
events.
yep.
Okay. That's
PLE or Saturday main event. It's got to be a big
Right.
event
A non
on a streaming
Non-TV.
service that's not Raw or SmackDown or NXT.
not a house show.
Okay, you got. Is that it?
No, I got 14 others.
One more. 3 is the max.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think Blake Monroe debuts main roster and champion before the end of the year.
Okay, Joe, what do you got?
All right.
got 3?
Yeah, I got 3. I'm going with the repeat from last year. Cena will be in the Hall of Fame. I'm
Smart.
picking that one. I'm like, I'll keep doing that. Like you kept saying, AJ Lee's going to return. It's eventually going to happen. Next one, I don't like this one, and I'm just going. This one's more of a going out on a limb, and I hope I'm wrong. Street Profits are released.
Ooh, released. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not saying where they're going.
Not
but-
that their their contract expired and they chose to go somewhere else, but literally.
Okay, how about
You-
this? The Street Profits will not be they will not be employees of the WWE
Yeah.
before the end of the year.
Got it. Okay, that's better.
That's
I don't wanna-
questionable too. That one might need to be up for review as well.
What-
Like because you need to. I think you need to pick. Are they resigning? Are they not re-signing? Are they fired? Like, did they walk out?
I
Did they
think
throw a
it's
bitch
fine.
fit?
Are you saying
think it's fine.
Montez Ford
Both of them.
and no, correct, will be in the alumni section on July or December 31st,
Yes.
2025?
Yes.
I think
All
that's
right.
fine.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. All right.
I think that's going to happen. Okay.
Shocking.
I hope it doesn't happen. I
Not
hope
to
it
be
doesn't
confused with
happen.
Hawkins.
And this one is another one I hope doesn't happen. I hope I go 1 for 3. There will not be a new first time world heavyweight or WWE champion. It's going to be repeaters.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
I'll go next.
Is that
Okay.
women's or men's?
Yes.
All right. Roman Reigns wins the Rumble and takes the title off Cody at Mania.
Okay. Part 3.
Me likey.
There will be 2 major exits from WWE to AEW. And those 2 will be Bailey and Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Street Profits.
And then this one, because I don't know when Kevin Owens' injury, like I don't know when his return is. So this one's kind of I don't know, but I'll say it anyway. Owens returns from injury, and his opponent at WrestleMania will be Chris Jericho.
Oh.
If Kevin Owens
Ooh.
doesn't come back, obviously that can't happen. And my 4th one was Dom retires Ray and takes the mask this year.
Great call.
But that's 4, not
nice.
3. So
That's fine.
yeah,
Good
go ahead,
call.
Brian. Wrap this
All
thing
right.
up.
Andrade will go back to WWE. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But when he showed up on Wednesday, Don Callis, there is something about this dude when he says we're going to kill people. It just hits different, and I'm not sure why. But when he said that, I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. I'm kind of aroused by that. So
All right. Well, my real three are Royal Rumble 27, because we're a couple weeks away from 26, will be announced as a 2-night show. They're gonna go to 2-night Royal Rumbles starting next year. Cody Rhodes will turn heel by SummerSlam.
Okay.
And my third one is TNA on AMC will consistently get higher ratings than AEW Collision. I'm not going Dynamite.
Oh,
Collision.
no.
What do you mean? No. That's still
Well,
big.
consistently, what does that mean? Does that mean over half the weeks that
I'd
they're
say
both on?
over half. Absolutely.
Okay.
Are we going Nielsen or are we going real people?
I'm not going to be looking at Meltzer every week.
Arbitron and who
I'm
filled
hoping
out their book.
Are we going to be talking about mentions on social medias?
Engagement and
here's one for you, Brian. You're gonna have to be the judge and see if Meltzer gets more boners while watching AEW than TNA.
All right. Now I'm regretting doing that one.
Not that TNA though. Other TNA.
Samantha Irvin joins AEW and mentions Ricochet in 2026. I'm saying that for real again.
You're doing.
I'm carrying that one over.
So what are you at 5?
That's
no,
cool.
we're
the Andrade one doesn't count.
Yeah. So we are wrapping up the first show of 2026, Brian, but you and your daughter went to WWE's holiday tour like I did.
Yeah.
But when we talked last, the show hadn't happened yet. So you posted a lot of pictures. And you know what I find interesting? Your daughter is taking up your characteristics. And what I mean by that,
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I loved the fact that at that show, and I don't know if this is all the time or not, but she was wearing a Schism shirt with a long sleeve tee underneath it.
Yeah.
And that used to be your go-to.
Uh-huh.
The long sleeve, much like Joe is right now, it's paying homage to you.
Thank you.
You used to be long sleeve tee under a short sleeve t-shirt. So when I saw that, I just was like, wow, okay, this is good. I enjoy this a lot. She looked very grunge era.
Yeah.
You know, that Schism shirt and, her curly hair. And yes, I was like, wow.
It's funny, yeah, because she has like 7 or 8 NXT shirts to pick from, and that's the one she's really gravitated toward. This very dark tree purple. I'm like, what's going on here? But
so talk about holiday tour in Detroit before we get out of here.
It was fun. I think I did have a lot of the same matches and matchups that you had, Jay. Harper had a blast. She popped instantly for Grande Americano because we saw him at NXT. So instantly she was like, he's in WWE. And I tried to explain that whole thing. I know I popped you guys on my text. We went during the intermission to get some nachos. And on the menu it says Nacho Grande. And she goes, oh, I don't want that. Grande Americano's bad. We got it anyway. She powered through. So that was really fun. The only bummer, honestly, was there was no women's matches.
That's crazy.
7 matches.
Well, because Jade is hurting people, apparently. That's why.
So I think there was 2 reasons. That was one, because I think you had a Jade Meechin match.
Yeah.
And then, it was out like, oh, she might be hurt. The other one was, I think, that night or either the next night, because the show was on a Tuesday, was Maxine's wedding. And I saw pictures of Chelsea's at the wedding, Nia Jackson's at the wedding, Natty. I'm like, I bet all the women called off and said, I gotta go to Maxine's wedding. So the only women on the show were Zelina managing Aleister Black and Nikki Cross as part of the Wyatts. So that was a bummer because Harper does gravitate toward watching the women's matches. So that was a bummer, but still a lot of fun. 7 matches. Cody putting Drew through a table at the end for the Detroit Street fight, and we had another, not just myself as a personality in the house, but confirmed that the legendary Angry Grandma, Miss Norman Reigns herself, was front row.
Norman Reigns.
That was right.
Norman Reigns.
So the
all
stars
fucking for them, they were big fucking pussies.
Right. Yeah. Thank God she was on the other side of the arena for me.
That wasn't supposed to be.
I'm the realest person you're ever going to meet.
So Brian, you did
Yeah.
take a photo of the merch, and they were
Norman
$10
Ryan.
shirts options.
There
Did you buy any of
was.
those $10 shirts?
I did not know. I mean, guys,
Shocker.
the line's long. She's
It
got
was.
enough shirts, and what I did buy.
You don't.
Oh, stop you! How dare you?
I mean, you just got 4 from me on the Christmas show, and you're not wearing any of them.
I know it's cold in my
And
basement.
Did you
Tony
buy a
D
Jill-
came back.
Did you
Come
buy a
on.
Jilden special out on the
Please
outside?
tell me you did
There
not
wasn't
buy
even
Gildan
those
special.
guys.
I got a
out.
Norman
there
Rain
wasn't.
shirt.
Norman Ryan.
I bought. What did I buy? I bought a
Beer.
large lemonade, a cotton
Nachos.
candy, and the nacho grande. And I said, I think along with the $50 parking, because it was like a 20-degree day that wind chill makes it 4. I bought the parking that's attached to the arena, so we didn't have to go outside. So I said, I think I've paid my dues for tonight. That's it,
Norman
man.
Ryan.
A lot of fun. No TV, like Jay, you said they announced SmackDown in Pittsburgh. Nothing announced for Detroit. I was bummed about that. So some bummer moments, but time with my daughter and her, growing passion for wrestling
Love it.
is great. It happened just yesterday, guys. I come home.
She
from
drop
work.
kicked you off the couch.
She did. No, she. This was funny. I come home from work and I missed my family because they took Harper to her swim class, her swim practice, and I come home and they even took the dogs for the car ride. And so I'm in an empty house. I realize the dogs are gone, but I hear from her room Michael Cole saying, Io Sky and Rhea going for the tag title. She left Raw Netflix on the TV when she left to go to practice. It was on, so I paused it for her to watch when she came home. Like, honey, you left it on. So she's watching wrestling when I'm not around.
Even
That's
better.
cool.
I'm doing something right, guys.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching the Twippies and the Christmas show and big 2026 coming on the show. Like I said, we're reworking the pick idea and a few other ideas that, to make the show a little better. And if you got them, suggestions, you can let us know on Gmail, that WrestlePod@gmail.com, socials at that WrestlePod, or if you're watching on YouTube, leave something in the comments right now. For Brian, for Joe, for Kevin, I am Jason. This is That Wrestling Podcast, and as Brian always says,
Enjoy wrestling.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow @ThatWrestlePod on social media.